icebreaker speech. Unfortunately, it was a combination because she changes this party for another party. And so, hey, caution about money. Katya, sorry. Look at her and listen to me. Sorry. I didn't give you a definition. Look at her. Enjoy her. She deserves it. This is the task not too long ago, but became a very active member of our club, even in few meetings. And so I'm happy that I'm Toastmaster when Katya is an icebreaker speaker. And pay attention to the title. Get it started. So now you're welcome.
Thank you. Dear Mr. Toastmaster, dear fellow members and guests. Everybody has started new activities sometime, having little experience or, moreover, no experience. Usually, it is difficult to take action because we are lazy, we are feared to be unsuccessful, we are afraid of being compared with other people and performing worse than someone else. But very few people realize that even if you fail, you make a step forward. You can easily get evidence of it if you simply measure a distance between your starting point and the point where you got up. While preparing my speech, I suddenly found a quotation of Benjamin Disraeli, a British Prime Minister, who said, "Action may not always bring happiness, but there is no happiness without action. If you want to achieve something, you should take initiative and act." I would like to share my story with you about what first steps I did in my life, what problems I encountered with, who and what helped me, and what results I could achieve. I'd like to dwell on the story which took place when I was a first-year school child. I remember my first home task I had to accomplish. I had to draw squares, circles, and triangles along the line in my notebook. I knew that many of my schoolmates did their homework with their parents, and I strongly believed that my mother would do the same. So I called my mother to help me. But she said that the task was rather simple, and besides she was busy with other work, which no one of our family members could do. I was very upset to hear that. I broke into tears. But after a while, I realized that no one could do that work for me. There was nothing for it but to begin doing my home task, which I had completed successfully. That event and my mother's words taught me to get down to work, to tackle different tasks, and to be self-reliant. As a result, I have successfully finished my studies at school. I entered the university, and finally, I graduated with honors. My other story is about my hobbies, or to be more precise, about how I have mastered several sport activities. I never liked playing games with balls. I mean basketball, volleyball, or football, either when I was a child or a student. But recently, I've changed my mind. Last year, the company I worked for rented a volleyball pitch, and then one of my colleagues invited me to join our corporate volleyball team. Of course, firstly I refused, because I knew I was not good at playing such games, and moreover, I was afraid of being judged severely. But my colleague was persistent. It took him about 4 months to persuade me to make my first step and come to the training in the gym. I began playing. And due to support and patience of my team, due to warm and favorable environment, I began to make progress. Finally, I liked the game very much, so I enrolled the Moscow Volleyball School in order to improve my skills. I got it clear that it's never late to start doing something. As for me, I learned swimming when I was 20 years old. I also remember that I learned roller skating when I was 22. And now I am making my first steps in mastering public speaking here in Moscow Toastbusters Club. Never mind when and where you start. The most important thing is to begin doing it.